Today is the 9th June 2026. I'm doing another practice of getting more comfortable making videos for YouTube, and I will draw another topic out of my random draw bag. What topic do we have today? Let's put it away. What are ways my mind surprised me negatively? What it is capable of? Okay, probably phrased that question a little bit weird, but what are surprising ways my mind surprised me negatively of its capabilities? There are quite a lot of things in the journey of my mental sickness where I had something happening to me, or better to phrase it better, where my mind did something that I was very surprised of that it could even do that. Like it's at the very beginning, it started with like my first heavy depression that I had. I lost my capability of reading, not of reading itself. I could read, but I was not able to understand what I was reading. Like I could read things out loud. I could read text quietly on my own, but I lost the capability of getting information from reading, which back then in school was quite a difficult thing. That was the point where I just said, okay, this doesn't make any sense. I can't even follow the classes anymore, and especially I can't do any exercise in class, any tests, because I just read a question and I have no idea what that question wanted of me. I was not able to get the information from what I just read. That was one of the first kind of very physical manifestation, not physical, but very weird manifestations of mental health issues. Where, okay, I just can't read stuff anymore. Or sometimes I can't read things anymore. What are something else that I experienced where my mind just did something very weird that I was not expecting? There were times where I called them morning hallucinations, because they occurred in the morning when I woke up, when I'm still in the bed, sleeping, and at the point of waking up, where like I open my eyes for the first time when I wake up, and I'm still not really completely woken up, but I'm still in waking up from when I dreamt something. And when I was a child, before when waking up, going to school, I can remember a lot of times. It is not such a case, just to relate it to something. When I was a child, and like in preschool time, I can remember waking up in the morning and I dreamt about Pokemon or something, and I had like this feeling, okay, I need to catch that Pokemon before I'm allowed to wake up and then get out of my dream, and had this weird state between, well, I'm not exactly dreaming anymore, but also not awake really at the time. And so I was in this middle ground where I kind of was aware that I'm waking up and I have to wake up, but I kind of still was in this dreamland. And you have this mix of reality and dream a little bit in my mind. And what I just said, morning hallucinations that I had in my mental sickness, are very similar, and it happens exactly at this transition. But it's a lot more. It was a lot more different because I didn't had dreams that kind of continue in the context. I had hallucinations where the way dreams manifest and how you see them and how you experience them, they continue for a little bit in the real world and in the room around me. So I was in my mental health time, or when I was very sick, I had experiences of mostly. Well, the first time it happened, it happened in the middle of the night, and I had a big bug, such a huge insect that just flew directly at my head. and I jumped out of the, really jumped out of the bed, and was scared of what the fuck just hit me there. And I even got out of my room, and I wasn't really sure. Like first I was a little bit looking like where's this huge insect? It disappeared. I can't find it. I can't remember a lot of that night, to be honest, but at least what my memory today says me, which could be wrong a little bit. I remember that I was very hesitant of sleeping in my bed to continue in that night. And if I remembered correctly, I had, which even today I have like a different mattress in my room, and so I didn't went back into my bed sleeping. I took the mattress and I slept somewhere on the floor, somewhere else. I don't know if it was my room or even in a different room, and then searched my room and then next morning or something like that. So I wasn't really like I wasn't sure at that point was it real or not. I mean, for some it's such a huge bug it can't be real. So I wasn't sure if it really hit me or something. I just was really surprised and shocked waking up having such a huge thing just flying into my face. And so I think at first I was not really sure was that happening or not, because just of the size of the bug was just very, well, maybe that was not real, but that was the first time that ever happened to me. So I don't trust that if it is or not. And that happened after that quite a lot of times. And I even had a lot of morning hallucinations with spiders. On some parts, just a lot of spiders around me. Or I can remember later on I had more so that waking up and like my whole room was just completely webbed into spider webs. How you know it from, I don't know, movies, Lord of the Rings, the cave with the spider, like that kind of, just everything is webbed up like with, in like big spider webs, like really big and thick spider webs. And even like my bed and my blanket were just me wrapped up in spider webs. I had that quite a lot, to the point where I even just ignored it, just like, okay, this is just a hallucination, would just go away. I had them so much that I just got kind of used to them and just ignored them. So that was a thing that happened to me from my mental sickness, having morning hallucinations of bugs, huge bugs that fly into my face, and spiders around me, and being trapped in huge spider webs. That was a thing that happened. In that regard, I had, so from hallucinations, there's a lot that our mind is able to trick ourselves and to twist what reality is. More dangerous, I think, for me were having fake memories, where I think I can remember things that didn't really happen. On a very like mild way, I had multiple dreams, or I had memories that I also dreamt a lot about from like my childhood, and I'm not where I had periods where I wasn't sure what of these kind of dreams and memories that I had, did they started as a dream and now I think I have memories of them, or did I had a memory and I started dreaming of them? And that's like a very confusing part where you're not really sure. Did you had a memory? Is a memory that you have, is that real? Did it really happen, or is there some kind of fake memory that you only think you had as a child or something through experiencing the memory quite a lot of the times? That's a very easy example of that happening, but I also have in very different ways fake memories that I partially consciously, partially not, created in my mental sickness journey. Fake memories are difficult and dangerous to have, because they can really erode trust into myself, into what of my memories really happened, what of my thoughts do I really have, what of my perception is really true. Stuff like that is something that our minds are very much capable of, and it's dangerous for it to happen. It can really erode trust. I think that's where I will stop. I hope you have a nice day.